get through this.
Guys, congrats on this movie. Saying looks completely unhinged and bonkers in all of the best ways imaginable. Eli, let's start with you. I mean, obviously, hugely popular video game. How daunting is that just from the get-go to adapt something like knowing how passionate this game's following is?
Well, it's daunting if you have someone that creates the game that is obsessive about what you can do and can't do, but it's actually quite liberating if you have a partner like Randy Pitchford. And Randy was the first one I talked to. I said, this is your world, this is your baby, but I want to do an adaptation. I want to make a great movie, a big, fun movie, the films that I love, whether it's Fifth Element, Road Warrior, Escape from New York, something totally insane and fun. And he said, you have the freedom to adapt. I said, I obviously don't want to just change it for the sake of changing it, but if I need to make changes because I think it's going to make the movie better, or add things to the characters, we're not recreating a video game, we're really adapting and telling a story. And he said, absolutely. Not only that, they opened up the vaults to us, so we got every single piece of design, all of the lore. They worked with all the actors and all the backstory, and he was with us on set. So anything I needed to gut check with the creators, they were right there with us, and he gave me, real freedom to do my thing.
And you guys are obviously working off a script that you're signed on to, that you know and you love, but how much of a reference was the source material? How much of a reference was the video game? How much did you guys actually play the video game in preparation?
I'll start and just say, after getting the offer and knowing that this is something I was going to do, that's when I went and dove into just getting a better understanding of the game. And once you go down that rabbit hole, you really get into the fan base of the game fast, right? It's a massive following. I mean, you got 50 million plus people that have basically played the game, that are now indebted to the game, and now have high level of expectations from the game. So it was just about just kind of knowing what the storyline of Roland was and just seeing how close we were to the storyline and the script. And I think after you got a good understanding of that, you could approach how you were going to, table to your version of the character and make sure that you're balancing a fine line so that it's not too far from the reality.
How about you guys? Did you spend any time with the game?
No.
Not this one.
No, not me. Not me. And actually, I think that I was the one with the most freedom because my character is created, is invented, is created for the movie version. So basically, it came out of mine and just the the energy of the moment. I mean, in the game, the Atlas Corporation it's an abstract, like evil enemy, like an antagonist. And then it was distilled into this fascinating character of Atlas that I had so much fun with.
He became personified.
Yeah.
I love his character description, the universe's most powerful SOB. SOB. Don't forget the SOB part.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Jamie, did you play?
I raised a gamer. So my youngest child is a gamer, and so I've played every video game that has ever been made. I've invested in a lot of technology. And so I was clearly aware of the game. I have played the game. But I went to Budapest because of this one.
Yes.
I was told that Kate Blanchett was going to be in the movie. And I said, wait, I get to be in the movie with Kate Blanchett? And they said, yes. I said, do I have scenes with Kate Blanchett? And they said, yes. I said, oh, I'll go to Budapest. Nice. It was like, it's a game. Yeah, that's great. So I was not drawn because of the lore and the canon. Yeah. But what happened, which was amazing, is that I landed in Budapest, or when I landed in Germany, transferring to a flight to Budapest, the woman sitting next to me on the plane was Christy Pitchford, Randy's wife. Christy invented Tanis.
Oh, wow.
She created the character I was playing. So she told me all about her and her scientific background and her objective sexuality, which we can have a conversation about at another time, which is simply you fall in love with inanimate objects. She had a relationship with EchoNet.
Yeah.
Tanis had a relationship with EchoNet for many years, and then they broke up, but they had to work together. Yeah. Which, as you know, at the office is really uncomfortable. So anyway, I learned a lot about the game, the history, the characters, the story, and it really gave me, most importantly, the history and the love of the fan base. The fan base for this game is passionate, loud, and they have been really enthusiastic about Eli's interpretation. Because if you piss them off, it's not so good. Yeah. Because they will let you know that you have made some grave errors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I was.
That you played, yeah.
Yeah, I knew the game.
I knew the character, obviously. And I'm not just saying this because I'm playing it now, but Creed was my favorite character, just because of his physicality and, you know, his craziness, his viciousness. So when this landed on my table and they were actually looking for a guy, I was 100% sure that I'm the right guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, Eli thought the same, and here we are now. So.
Jamie mentioned Kate because I want to ask you guys about her because we're far ways from Carol and Tar. Like this is like something that I think the internet was like, wow, Kate Blanchett is doing the Borderlands.
Yeah.
It seems really surprising. What was it like for you guys to watch her go just completely gun ho on the set of it?
Well, they really watched her go gun ho.
Yeah, unbelievable. A true professional, right? You really got to see a great person be great, but understand why they're great. And, you know, from the outside, it seems like, oh, wow, they're just good. They're talented, and these things just happen. But when you get to see the work ethic attached to the craft and how they approach it on a daily basis, you know, it's another layered level of respect that you can attach to it. So for me, just getting to watch Kate work with her on a daily, you walk away with more information and so much more value that you can take and put in your pocket and apply to your daily. So I was blown away. Still am blown away by
She's
Kate.
learning to twirl guns. I mean, she's literally like spent months learning to twirl. And
She had
learning
them
to
on
shoot.
every day.
All the time, twirling.
Offset.
And then in between, she was literally twirling the baton.
Yeah, so she
practicing
was
for Tar.
preparing.
She
So
was
most
preparing.
people don't know this. She was preparing for Tar, which she was going to shoot immediately after. So she
Yeah.
went
She'd
from
be shooting.
Borderlands and Pandora,
Yeah.
and then we would take a 5-minute break, and she'd be sitting in her chair with earphones, conducting,
Magnificent.
and then she'd go back out.
And then she'd go back with literally, and then she's
and
learning to
kill
use the flamethrower.
bandits.
I mean, she was unbelievable.
Versatility
She shot
personified.
But also, I had worked with Kate on House of the Clockwork Walls, and I loved her, and she was so funny. And you know, after when the script came, she was the first person I thought of. I thought I want to see her as that Clint Eastwood man with no name, that Snake Plissken, pissed off, badass bounty hunter. And she said, "Escape from New York is my favorite movie." I was like, of course it is. And why would anyone know? Because you're not going to ask her about Escape from New York when you're interviewing her about Carol or, or Tar. So why would it come
By
up
the
in
way,
conversation?
that's a double bill.
So yeah, but they
Escape
should.
from New York and Carol.
And Carol.
That I want that double bill.
So she signed on right away. And once you have Kate, everybody wants to be in scenes with her. And but like I'm exactly what Kevin was saying, where she's learning to twirl these guns. And Kevin is such a fantastic fighter and took it so seriously. You know, the training he did. He's so ready that you could just. I wanted him to kill just like 100 people with his bare hands, just throwing them one after another after another. So he's fighting back to back, with Florian, who's an elite athlete, and then Kate. At one point, Kate, Lilith and Roland go back to back and shooting, and it's like they've been doing it their whole lives. And these two worked out a routine that you just, as a director, I get chills because you literally just set the camera and stand back, and you're watching two magnificent, brilliant actors at the top of their game doing something that's totally out of their comfort zone and doing it and making it look easy. And the scenes just sing. They're really, really incredible.
Oh, yeah. Well, this was so much fun. Thank you guys for
Thank
having me
you
on,
so
on your
much.
couch.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Katie.